People ask me, Josh, why do you open these toys? This is a collectible action figure. This Marvel Superheroes Amazing Spider-Man Cosmic Defenders, which I just realized it said Cosmic Defenders. I've never noticed that, and I don't really know what that means. From Toy Biz, you know, this is a collector's item. You could sell it. This one, I don't know, maybe it might be worth $15, if that, 12. So I'd say somewhere between 12 and 20. But why do you do it? You know, this is something from 1994. It's 24 years old now. And my answer is really one of twofold. You've heard me say before, I want to free these from their plastic prison, from their cells. They're toys. They're meant to be played with. I mean, look at this guy here. Like, he is cool. His rib cage glows in the dark and it's exposed and it's coming out the back and stuff, right? Like, why wouldn't you want to free this guy from his cell? And that's what we're going to do here today. But we're actually not going to sell we're not going to open this guy because I am going to sell him. Only because there's another one from this line that I'm going to open, which you may or may not have seen so far. These were a big part of my childhood. I had him. I don't know if I had those. Anywho, so we're not going to open him. He's going in a different box. We are going to open this, and I wanted to have a bit of a reveal because you know that I like to open the weird, the strange, the oddball toy lines. And not that Men in Black was super oddball. I mean, it was a very popular movie. They made a sequel, actually based off a comic book, if you didn't know that. But this toy in particular, Jeebs with Regenerating Heads by Galoob. This is an interesting specimen. This came out in 1997. It says product shown will become available at different times in 1997. Check stores for new arrivals. So you had your main line with, you know, Will Smith and some of the aliens and the other dude. So there's action figures, deluxe action figures, and Ultra Alien, which has some like goop thing that comes down. So Galoob really put some attention to detail on this. They really went all out. And at 1997, other than Micro Machines, what was Galoob doing? Because Z-Bots would have been done, Micro Machines would have been around. I don't know what else Galoob. I mean, they must have made a few weird one-offs. So somehow they secured this property. I hope they made a decent amount of money. Interesting here, you know, I'm a G.I. Joe guy. You know that. There's a Terradrome right here behind you. See, it's that one's broken. It's near complete. I got to get a new left door that's not broken, which is really hard to find. But anywho, that has file cards in the bottom here. So alien profile Jack Jeebs. He's an alien arms dealer. He sells electrostatic deoxygenators, reverberating carbonizer with mutating capacity. He has an ability to regrow his head, and his human disguise is a pawn shop owner. Galoob Internet, www.galoob.com. Sony Internet, www.sony.com. And I think it's interesting they put Internet on there rather than website. This is still pretty early days of the Internet. Men in Black, proof of purchase, 2 points. You want to save that to mail it in for exclusive mail away Men in Black figures that I just made up. So this packaging is cool. Obviously, it's a big box. It's got some die cut holes on the side here, and this is kind of a cool thing. You'd have to be really into Men in Black to want this. I mean, I can see if you really dug that movie and you wanted to get some of the figures. I mean, that makes sense. Again, it was a very popular movie when it came out, but I don't know what kid would have been clamoring. And yeah, I'm cutting the tape with an old phone case. I don't have anything that's remotely sharp next to me. So I've been saving this one. Hopefully I don't break that. That's not a cheap thing to replace. I've been saving this one for a little while. I open toys in spurts. You think I should save this box? Let me know in the comments below. I open toys in spurts. I sometimes I'll open like 4 or 5. I release 2 a week. If you don't know that by now, I've been doing this for over 2 years. And I get kind of backlogged. So I'm recording this on September 9th, 9/9/2018. And you won't see this for at least a year later. But Yeah, this is one I was kind of saving because I wanted to have some time. It's kind of a lazy, rainy Sunday morning. And I thought, you know what, I want to take some time to cherish this. I don't want to rush this. Sometimes I'll open little quick ones like, I don't know, this Chipper Jones mini bobblehead thing that looks like it came out of a Cheerios box. You know, that'll just be like a quick one. Sometimes I like to... I publish on Sundays and Tuesdays because those are supposedly good internet days. But every now and then, like a little quick one like that, or some kind of weird Matchbox car, or something, some really small one that might only be 2 minutes or less. I'll randomly release those just for my adoring fans. So some twist ties on here. This he's pretty somewhat hefty. I wouldn't say he's like super hefty, but a little hefty. He's got some guns there. We got to open those here in a minute because he is a guns dealer. Let's see, what is all on here? So there's kind of a... Okay, there's a lot going on here. I really want to get them out of the box first before we start to dissect this. Urgh. Men in Black was a cool movie. I remember liking it. I was, I guess, 14 when it came out. It was, you know, it's good. Certainly better than Wild Wild West. Okay. They really went to town on these twisties. So we got some top cash value, trade-ins welcome. Obviously, he was a pawn shop owner. That was his human disguise. He's an alien, which we'll see here in a minute. Man, they did not want this thing to come out. You know what? I think I might just not... Well, here. It's coming. I might have to... Oh, here we go. I see. So that's like a secret compartment. You turn this... I don't know what that is. Is that a rat? It looks like a rat's head stuck in there. That's his tail. I don't really remember all the details of this movie. I haven't seen it for a long time. Ugh. So here's an interesting thing. So on the back here it shows this. The calendar has 1997, and here it says April. So it's a little bit different from the production one. So okay, so there's some strange. I don't know how well you can see that. There's some strange, like this tape on here. It's like a weird, and it's perforated kind of. Here, check him out for a second. I have some. I got something over here in the vintage Toy Freedom nightstand. Okay. These little mini pliers I use to fix my He-Man figures. Okay. Here we go. Is it coming off? Awesome. Okay. Garbage. 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 Let's get garbage out of here. Okay. So we got some guns, and they actually come off. I think this is a cool attention to detail because you could actually take your Will Smith and your Tommy Lee Jones figures. Uh-oh, sorry. Messed up the camera. I'll fix that in post-production. Okay. So these guns you could actually sell or whatever trade, I don't know, give to your Tommy Lee Jones and your Will Smith action figures. So there it just looks like he's selling a big mouth Billy Bass, one of your old school camcorders, trumpet, trophy, stereo. There's actually a real gun there, watches, stuff like that. So everything seems okay. He's got his, what are they called? Alien Arsenal. I won't really mess with that. I don't want to bore you. Okay, but there's something else up here, too, that I want to get off. Ugh. I don't have any scissors up here, and I only own one pair of scissors. I had two, but my kids lost a pair. If you have kids, you know they do weird stuff like that. Okay, so he's got. So this is kind of weird. This paper, I don't know. It sort of flips over. I don't really understand that, but his head changes, and there's a button here. And I like here on the box it says racing sheet. Like, okay, cool. Awesome. So here we go. We have this head. Looks like it's got a bullet hole in it. And then there's an alien head smoking a cigarette. And then back to his regular head. So, cool feature. And I guess the idea with that paper thing is that it's sort of hiding it. I don't know. So it looks like, oh, there he is. There's Jeebs. Boom. Shoot him in the head. Boom. It regenerates as an alien head. And boom, he looks like a human. So, kind of cool. Not a whole lot of playability. I mean, obviously this would be sitting kind of in the background in a Men in Black action figure diorama, if that's a thing. So it says here, Jack Jeebs is the low-life selling miscellaneous junk at the pawn shop, the perfect cover for an alien arms dealer with the ability to regrow heads. So, kind of cool, very different. I guess this would be somebody's favorite character, and they would buy this, and they would think it's pretty cool, but I don't know. I like it. It's neat. I paid a little bit more than what I normally do, just because I wanted to open a Men in Black action figure. I obviously like to get different lines to open for this channel. If there's anything in particular you would like me to see that I haven't opened thus far, post it below in the comments, and I'll see if I can find it. Obviously, it's something that, you know, needs to be affordable. I'm not going to spend a fortune on this. I try not to spend more than $5, but every now and then I'll splurge. I think this cost me like $7 or $8. I've gone up to 10 depending on what it is. I really, my thing on I sort of have like a want list. I actually was going to create a physical list, I guess a digital list really, of figures that I wanted to open to try to find. And one of which is now kind of on the top of my list is the Creepy Crawlers line. There's a green guy. He's got kind of a weird like metal leg and has a green sword that I just discovered. Didn't know it existed till just the other day. So that's kind of top of my list to... Oh, does he hold... Can he hold this gun? That's one of the top of my list to find something cheap. And I would, you know, I would pay $10 for that. Maybe a little bit more for a loose, complete, mint off-the-card figure. Yeah, he does hold this gun. There we go. Cool. Bam, bam. So, yeah, so if there's anything that you want to see, let me know in the comments below. Another one high on my list is the Independence Day, the ID4 that came with the floppy disks. I would like to actually find a computer that takes those so I can put those in and see what's on there and show all of my adoring fans that. But in the meantime, you know, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what toy lines, obscure ones out there that you'd like to see me open, and I will scour eBay and flea markets and toy shops and different places like that, antique malls, to see if I can come across one. Until then, don't lose your head.